We got Phillies versus Marlins tonight, Tuesday, June 17th. I'm going to have two home run predictions for you guys to lock in for this game tonight. Pretty exciting stuff. We got Jesus Luzardo on the mound for the Phillies, Cal Quantrill on the mound for the Marlins. The Phillies stayed hot yesterday. They won 5-2 victory over the Marlins. They have now won 6 of their last 7 games. And we managed to remain hot as well. We did not get Schwarber to hit a home run. That did not come through for us, but we did get Brandon Marsh to cash his over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs, giving ourselves a nice profit for today. As for today, again, I got 2 home run picks for you guys to lock in. And just remember to like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff as we're attempting to build this new YouTube channel. Also, make sure to go to BetMGM and use promo code CROSSING to get in on the action. And let's talk about it. So the first play, we got to go right back to him. Kyle Schwarber to hit a home run, plus 280 odds at BetMGM. Eventually, we're going to get a Kyle Schwarber home run prediction correct. Now, the strategy here is as long as Schwarber's got a good pitching matchup, which he does tonight, and as long as he is continuing to put up hard hits, which he did last night, I'm going to continue riding with Kyle Schwarber to hit a home run. Both of those are checked off for today, so I feel pretty good about going back to Schwarber. He added 2 hard hits yesterday. Both of those hard hits were just under 100 miles per hour exit velocity. Now, none of them had the necessary launch angle to be a real home run threat. But when you're hitting the ball 98, 99 miles per hour, that ball can go over the fence. And we all know what kind of pop Schwarber has at the plate. So I'm not really concerned in the long run about one game or a couple games where he's been hitting the ball hard, but hasn't quite had the launch angle. To give you guys some context, and I don't really need to give you numbers about how good Kyle Schwarber is, but I will just so you know. 6th fastest bat speed in the entire MLB. So he's swinging the bat very, very fast. That's going to help for exit velocity. And he's got the 9th most blasts as calculated by Baseball Savant. Now, there's a ton of nerd stats that go into what a blast is. But in the entire MLB, he's got the 9th most, again, of all batters in the MLB. That includes everybody. So yeah, the hot take that I'm trying to tell you is that Kyle Schwarber can hit a baseball very, very hard. You heard it here first. So the pitcher, I mentioned Cal Quantrill is on the mound for the Marlins, and Schwarber has had some success against Cal Quantrill in the past. Now, it does go back a couple years, but Schwarber's got 3 career home runs off of Quantrill. That's only in 17 at-bats. Now, Quantrill has a pretty wide variety in terms of pitch mix, but generally, he's a sinker thrower. He's an off-speed type of guy. Now, on the entire season, if you're looking at Kyle Schwarber stats, he does not have not a single barrel against a sinker from a right-handed pitcher. Now, it's only 16 plate appearances, so a small sample size from a pitch mix perspective, but digging into those numbers does not show a batter in Schwarber that is incapable of hitting sinkers. He's got about a 54% hard hit rate. That's the second best on the Phillies. And, above 50% in terms of hard hit rate, that's generally pretty good, especially because he really doesn't strike out. I mean, his strikeout rate is only 12.5%. A lot of times you'll see batters with really high hard hit rate, really high barrel rate, also because they strike out a lot. That's not the case with Kyle Schwarber with the sinker specifically. In all that, sinker is supposed to be a ground ball pitch. Schwarber's got a ground ball rate below 40% against a sinker from a righty. So, you look at those numbers and it does seem as though he's been a little bit unlucky with his lack of success in terms of barrels and ISO rate and stuff when facing a sinker. I'm hoping that changes tonight. I'm hoping that the numbers are going to kind of show some positive progression for Kyle Schwarber. Again, that's plus 280 odds at BetMGM. Next up, we're staying in the home run market, and we're going to go with Alec Bohm. We are taking Alec Bohm to hit a home run. He is best offered at plus 750 odds at BetMGM. We did manage to correctly predict Alec Bohm to hit a home run on Sunday. Let's hope we can do that again tonight, because he's got a very similar condition and a very similar situation tonight than he did on Sunday. Sunday we liked him going up against the righty sinker thrower, righty off-speed stuff. That was against Jose Barrios. Granted, much better weather stadium perspective on Sunday than it is tonight. Marlins playing a dome, but have a pretty wide outfield. So it's not a great for home runs, mostly just because the ball's got to travel farther. But all that stuff in mind, one thing that I did not mention yet about Cal Quantrill, because it didn't help my argument with Schwarber, but it does help my argument with Alec Bohm. Quantrill is actually worse when he's facing right-handed hitters as opposed to lefties. Now, you look at his numbers against lefties alone. does not show a pitcher that is unhittable by a left-handed hitter. So this is not me saying that Schwarber actually is incapable of having success. That's not the case. Schwarber can easily get one off of Quantrill. But when you just compare righty versus lefty splits for Quantrill, he's worse against righties. You know, all the numbers back that up. Barrel rate, 11.5% against right-handed hitters, 8% against lefties. Now, 8% is still pretty bad against a lefty, but 11.5% is much worse. And the home run per 9 is dramatic. 1.91 home run per 9 against right-handed hitters, 0.6 against lefties. So that stuff favors Bohm. And Alec Bohm, I mentioned Schwarber has good numbers against the sinker. Alec Bohm is even better. He's got the best barrel rate on the Phillies against the sinker from right-handed pitching, which I get is a lot of qualifications, but that's the case tonight. 13.9% barrel rate against the sinker. Hard hit rate leads the Phillies, 63.9%, basically 64%. ISO rate leads the Phillies, 289. All of those numbers that I just mentioned, looking at Bohm against the sinker, that includes the entire year. And if you remember, the month of April, the beginning of March, sometimes even into May, Bohm could not hit a baseball to save his life. So the fact that his season-long numbers still look good, that just bodes well for Alec Bohm, who has been capable of hitting the baseball over the last week. I mean, you look at him over the last 7 days. He is one of 4 batters in the entire MLB. This is looking at every single batter. He is one of only 4 batters that has 13 or more hard hits. That's really, really good. That is consistently hitting the ball hard. Yesterday, he had 2 hits above 100 miles an hour. Now, he could not get the launch angle on any of those to be up high enough, but he just did a couple days before that, and he's got really good numbers against the sinker. So Alec Bohm to hit a home run, plus 750 odds at BetMGM as our second and final play for the video. So we got Kyle Schwarber, we got Alec Bohm, taking both of them to hit a home run. Again, go to BetMGM, use promo code CROSSING to take advantage of the sign-up offers and a bunch of in-app offers as well. Appreciate everybody for watching. Of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button, would help us out a ton. Make sure to bet responsibly and have a good one. Must be 21 or older in participating states. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See terms and conditions in the description of the video.